Welcome, dear listener, to this peaceful journey into the softly whispered world of the 1600s village, where quiet traditions and gentle stories wrap around you like a warm, comforting blanket. Before you settle in fully, take a moment to like this video and subscribe, but only if you truly enjoy the calm explorations we share here. And while you're getting comfortable, tell me, what city are you in right now? What time is it where you listen? I want to imagine the exact setting with you as we begin. Perhaps the lights are dimmed low, or maybe you've turned on a fan for that soft, soothing hum in the background. Picture flickering candlelight casting gentle shadows, neighbors sharing stories by the hearth, and the cool evening air carrying the delicate scents of herbs and wood smoke. Whether you're here to relax, learn, or drift peacefully to sleep, our storytelling will be your gentle companion. So now, with a quiet breath and softened thoughts, let's ease into tonight's journey together. As dawn breaks softly over the 1600s village, the world awakens in gentle motion. Women in simple earth-toned linen dresses tie their hair back with cloth ribbons, sweeping the front steps of timber-framed cottages with slow, purposeful strokes. Their faces show quiet focus, warmed by the first light of day. Nearby, children with tousled hair and rosy cheeks chase each other barefoot through patches of wild flowers, their laughter light and free, echoing softly through the cool morning air. Men dressed in coarse woolen shirts and breeches gather near the wooden market stalls, exchanging calm greetings and discussing plans for the day ahead. One elder carefully inspects a basket of fresh eggs, nodding with approval, while a younger man wipes sweat from his brow after tending to the village's small vegetable garden. The air carries the sense of wood smoke and herbs as neighbors share greetings and small favors. A loaf of bread here, a bunch of lavender there. This peaceful rhythm, slow, sincere, and filled with simple kindness, sets the tone for the day. Here, life is wrapped in the gentle comfort of routine, community, and the soft unfolding of a new morning. As the village settles into the quiet moments of morning, whispers of unseen spirits and gentle omens float through the air. Elders gather beneath the shade of a large oak, their faces lined with time and wisdom, sharing stories softly with attentive listeners. The villagers believe these spirits are guardians of the land, offering signs and subtle guidance for daily life. A sudden breeze, a bird's call, or the shape of clouds becomes a message, sometimes a warning, sometimes a blessing. Women carry woven baskets filled with herbs and small charms, carefully placing them near doorways and windows to invite protection. Children watch with wide eyes, absorbing the gentle lessons of respect and caution passed down through generations. The community's reverence for these signs is not born of fear, but of a deep connection to nature's quiet rhythms. In these moments, superstition and spirituality intertwine softly, offering comfort and a sense of belonging. It's a world where every shadow and sound holds meaning, whispered from past to present, a slow dance of belief that colors the villagers' lives with gentle wonder. In the quiet corners of the village, the gentle art of preparing herbs and charms is a daily ritual. Women gather freshly picked sprigs of lavender, rosemary, and thyme, plants believed to hold protective powers. Their hands move with care and reverence, weaving these fragrant herbs into small bundles or placing them carefully into woven pouches. These charms, hung near doorways or tucked beneath pillows, serve as silent guardians through the night. Nearby, children watch with wide eyes, fascinated by the careful movements and the soft murmur of blessings whispered over each bundle. The villagers believe these simple acts create a shield of comfort and safety, warding off harm and bringing restful sleep. The air fills with calming scents, earthy and sweet, that mingle with the faint smoke from a nearby hearth. These quiet moments of preparation bind the community together, weaving a gentle thread of tradition and hope. Here, in the rhythm of these small acts, lies a tender resistance against the unknown, a peaceful embrace of nature's gentle protection. In the heart of the village stands a modest stone chapel, where the soft toll of the bell calls the faithful to gather. The church, a place of quiet solace, guides the community's understanding of the unseen world. The village priest, dressed in simple robes, gently reminds his flock of the power of faith to ward off evil and bring peace to troubled hearts. Within the chapel's cool stone walls, neighbors come together to listen, pray, and find comfort in shared belief. The priest speaks of angels and spirits, blending the teachings of scripture with the village's gentle superstitions. Candles flicker softly, casting warm light on faces lifted in quiet hope. Outside, villagers pause to cross themselves or touch a small charm blessed by the priest, a symbol of protection and faith intertwined. Here, religion and superstition walk hand in hand, offering a comforting path through uncertainty. The church's gentle influence shapes daily life, providing a steady beacon in the ebb and flow of fears and hopes. As the sun dips low behind rolling hills, the village slows into a tender evening hush. The air cools softly, carrying the scent of blooming herbs and wood smoke curling from chimneys. Families close shutters gently, and warm lantern light begins to glow through small windows, casting flickering shadows on timber walls. Children's laughter fades into whispered goodnights as parents tuck them beneath woven blankets scented with lavender. Neighbors exchange quiet farewells and soft smiles, their footsteps slow and measured along winding paths. The village gathers its breath, wrapped in the gentle embrace of routine and rest. Each home becomes a haven, a sanctuary of calm, where worries soften and the day's noise fades away. In this tender stillness, the heart of the village beats steadily, slow, sure, and wrapped in peace, inviting all who dwell here to pause, reflect, and find solace in the promise of night. Even amid fears and whispered warnings, humor finds its way into village life. Around the warm glow of a hearth, elders share soft laughter over tales of harmless superstition. A story of a timid farmer who mistook a stray cat's shadow for a spirit brings gentle chuckles from children nestled close. The villagers find comfort in these light-hearted moments, a reminder that even their deepest beliefs can inspire smiles and connection. These humorous tales are passed quietly between generations, softening the weight of superstition with shared joy. Laughter echoes softly through timbered homes, mingling with the crackling fire and the scent of sweet herbs. It is a soothing balm, a gentle thread weaving lightness into the fabric of cautious belief. In these moments, the village feels whole, balancing fear with warmth, mystery with kindness. The soft humor keeps hearts light and spirits calm as night approaches, inviting a peaceful end to the day. Villagers keep close watch on the calendar, marking days whispered to carry special power, good or ill. Certain dates are avoided for travel, planting, or important decisions, guided by generations-old beliefs and gentle caution. Women gather to compare notes, softly reminding each other of the unlucky days when spirits might roam more freely. This shared calendar weaves a rhythm through village life, gently shaping routines and choices. On these days, extra herbs are hung at doorways, and prayers are whispered before sleep. The calendar's guidance offers a quiet sense of control in an unpredictable world. As the villagers mark time with these gentle rules, a sense of harmony emerges, a tender dance between nature's cycles and human hope. Here, belief is not rigid, but a soft companion, easing worries and inviting mindfulness in everyday life. The turning of the seasons guides the village's heartbeat. With each change, signs and meanings are carefully observed. A falling leaf, the first frost, the arrival of migrating birds. Families gather to share quiet reflections on what these changes might bring, blending practical knowledge with gentle superstition. Spring's promise of growth brings hope and soft excitement, while autumn's waning light invites reflection and preparation. These transitions shape the village's tasks and rituals, creating a slow, natural rhythm to daily life. The sky's colors at dawn and dusk are read as messages, comforting or cautionary. This tender attention to nature's cycles deepens the village's bond with the earth and with one another. The gentle watchfulness invites calm awareness, a peaceful way to move through time together. As evening falls, the village slows into its nightly rhythm. Mothers and fathers gently tuck children into bed, whispering blessings and placing small charms nearby. The soft murmur of prayers and the scent of lavender and chamomile fill warm, simple rooms. These protective rituals are acts of love and hope, a quiet assurance that the night will bring rest and safety. Families draw close, sharing a final moment of calm connection before sleep's gentle embrace. The flicker of candlelight dances softly on wooden walls, creating a cocoon of warmth. In these tender routines, superstition transforms into comfort. Each whispered word and careful placement of herbs is a soothing promise, a peaceful end to the day's gentle journey. In the quiet corners of the village, elders gather to share their wisdom, a slow exchange of stories, advice, and gentle counsel. Thoughtful, their voices are soft but steady, carrying the weight of experience tempered by kindness. Young villagers come seeking answers to their quiet worries, listening closely to the calm words spoken. These elders serve as anchors, reminding all that fear can be softened by knowledge and compassion. Reassuring their presence is a quiet reassurance, a beacon of stability in uncertain times. In the gentle passing of wisdom from one generation to the next, the village finds strength, peace, and hope. In the 1600s village, whispers of witches move quietly through the streets and homes. The idea of a witch wasn't always one of terror, but often of deep unease, a presence thought to influence misfortune or illness. Villagers looked for explanations when crops failed or sickness spread, and the concept of witches offered a way to make sense of these hardships. In hushed conversations, neighbors shared stories of strange happenings, pots boiling without fire, sudden chills, or livestock behaving oddly. Such signs fed the quiet fear of unseen forces at work. Yet many still hoped for protection through prayer, charms, or the guidance of trusted elders. This early fear was gentle in its origin, but grew with uncertainty, weaving itself into daily life with cautious attention. It was less about accusations at first, and more about seeking meaning in the unpredictable world around them. A slow, tentative understanding shaped by hope and worry alike. When a family's crops failed or illness took hold, eyes often turned inward with gentle suspicion. Misfortune was seen not as random but as a sign, sometimes of hidden malice or witchcraft. Whispers followed those who had recently argued, lived apart, or seemed different in subtle ways. Yet suspicion was tempered with hesitation. Accusations were not made lightly. Villagers struggled to balance kindness with fear, seeking both comfort and justice in uncertain times. The social fabric was fragile, and everyone hoped to protect their community without tearing it apart. Neighbors gathered quietly to share news and observe one another with gentle caution. In this delicate dance, suspicion was a shadow that shaped relationships, softening and hardening in turn with every whispered rumor. Among the quiet fears were tales of witches' marks, small, unusual marks on the skin, believed to reveal a secret pact with dark forces. Midwives and healers might be called upon to examine these marks with careful eyes, their touch both soothing and filled with concern. Families whispered about these signs, hoping none among them bore such a mark, yet aware of the growing power of belief. These superstitions grew like gentle vines, twisting around daily life with a mixture of curiosity and dread. But for many, the examination was also a moment of tenderness, a careful inspection by someone trusted, a hope for reassurance amidst growing uncertainty. It was a reminder of how deeply fear and care intertwined in the village's quiet world. Certain signs were quietly watched for as clues to witchcraft. Animals behaving strangely, sudden cold drafts, or unexplained noises in the night. Villagers would gather, exchanging observations and gently speculating on the cause. Yet these signs were as often explained by nature or coincidence as by superstition. The community's slow rhythm was punctuated by moments of heightened attention and quiet wonder. Even the most skeptical felt a soft shiver when shadows danced oddly in candlelight. These signs served as a subtle language, weaving the known and unknown together in a tapestry of belief, part caution, part curiosity. They bound the village in a shared experience of mystery and gentle vigilance. Folklore and myths were the village's gentle storytellers, weaving lessons and warnings into tales shared by firesides. Stories of witches and spirits mixed with tales of heroes and helpers, painting a rich picture of the world beyond sight. These tales were never meant to frighten but to guide, to remind villagers of the delicate balance between good and ill, and the power of kindness and caution. Around the fire, elders' voices softened, drawing listeners into worlds where magic and reality met with quiet grace. Through these stories, young and old found comfort and connection, a shared heritage that wrapped the community in a soft embrace of wonder and wisdom. In the quiet weave of village life, accusations of witchcraft often carried more than just fear. They shaped social bonds and rivalries. Sometimes, a whispered suspicion softened old grudges or unsettled disagreements as villagers struggled to make sense of tensions. Yet, many hoped for peace, speaking cautiously and weighing their words. These delicate dynamics unfolded beneath the surface, gentle yet powerful, reminding all that community was a fragile balance. The slow passing of time softened many fears, but the undercurrents of suspicion lingered in quiet corners. Through it all, villagers sought kindness and justice, hoping to protect both themselves and their neighbors. Accusations were rarely made lightly, wrapped instead in layers of caution, hope, and human complexity. Fear, even when quiet, can pull at the threads that hold communities together. In the village, some neighbors became distant, exchanging fewer greetings, while others found solace in close family ties. The gentle hum of everyday life continued, but beneath it lay a tender tension, an awareness of fragility. Yet, many villagers worked quietly to bridge divides, sharing food, stories, and moments of laughter. It was a slow dance of retreat and reunion, suspicion and understanding. In this delicate balance, the village held on to hope that kindness could outlast fear. These quiet shifts shaped lives with gentle impact, a soft reminder that even in uncertainty, connection remains vital. The village church stood as a steady presence, its teachings gently shaping beliefs about witches and spirits. Sermons reminded villagers of the constant battle between good and evil, while prayers sought protection from unseen dangers. The clergy balanced firmness with compassion, encouraging faith as a shield against fear. Church festivals and rituals brought the community together, reinforcing shared values and hope. Within the sacred walls, villagers found comfort and guidance, their fears softened by the promise of divine care. The church's gentle influence was woven into the fabric of daily life, offering light in uncertain times. Though fear and suspicion stirred quietly, early trials were rare and approached with solemn care. When accusations did lead to court, the community gathered with heavy hearts, seeking truth and mercy. Witnesses spoke cautiously, while judges weighed evidence with gravity. The process was slow, marked by moments of tension and deep reflection. Punishments, when given, were tempered by pleas for forgiveness and understanding. In these early days, justice sought balance between protecting the innocent and addressing fear. The gentle hope was that truth and compassion would guide the village through its darkest moments. Amidst tales of accusation, stories of mercy and misunderstanding remind us of the village's gentle heart. Some accused found kindness in neighbors' quiet support, small acts of care that eased their fear and loneliness. Families sometimes rallied quietly, offering shelter and hope. In these moments, the village showed resilience, not just in justice, but in compassion. Mistakes were acknowledged softly, and healing began in quiet and gentle embraces. These stories carry a quiet message. Even in fear, humanity can shine through with light and kindness. In the gentle world of the 1600s village, lucky charms were small but powerful tokens of hope. Crafted carefully by skilled hands, these charms, woven from herbs, bones, or simple stones, were believed to guard homes and hearts from harm. Women exchanged them quietly at market days, gifting tokens to neighbors, friends, and family. Each charm carried a story, a whispered blessing or a memory of protection. Some were tucked into pockets before travel, others hung near doorways or placed beneath pillows to invite peaceful sleep. These small acts, performed with care and intention, wove a delicate safety net around the community. For villagers, lucky charms were more than superstition. They were tangible expressions of love, connection, and faith in the unseen. They offered quiet reassurance, a gentle presence in uncertain times. The village's healers and herbalists were trusted keepers of nature's gentle gifts. With tender care, they prepared blends of chamomile, valerian, and lavender, herbs believed to soothe restless minds and invite sweet dreams. These remedies were brewed into teas or infused into pillows and sachets. Villagers approached these cures with respect, grateful for the calm they brought after long days. The soft scents of these herbs filled homes, mingling with wood smoke and quiet prayers. This tender knowledge was passed from elder to apprentice in hushed tones, a legacy of care and hope. In every sip and breath, villagers found a peaceful moment, a gentle embrace from the earth itself. Animals held special places in the village's heart and mind. A black cat crossing the path might invite caution but also protection. The hoot of an owl carried whispered warnings and wisdom. Birds, too, were messengers, sparrows, crows, and doves, each symbolizing aspects of life's gentle mysteries. Villagers observed these creatures with quiet respect, weaving their behaviors into the fabric of superstition and daily life. Children listened wide-eyed as elders shared tales linking animals to luck, love, and the unseen world. In this dance between nature and belief, the village found comfort, a soft reminder that they were part of a larger, interconnected story. The moon's gentle glow guided the villagers' rhythms, its phases shaping hopes and fears alike. Full moons were times of special power, good for healing but also caution, while new moons brought quiet renewal. Farmers planted by the moon's light, and lovers whispered wishes to its soft beams. Families gathered outside to watch the night sky, sharing stories about the moon's magic. Its changing face was a comforting constant in an uncertain world, a beacon of light and mystery. Through whispered prayers and soft songs, the village honored this celestial rhythm, letting its quiet influence lull their hearts into peace. Livestock were precious companions and sources of livelihood, so villagers cared deeply for their safety. Gentle rituals, like sprinkling herbs around stables or softly chanting blessings, were part of daily life. These acts weren't just practical, but tender expressions of hope and care. Farmers worked quietly through dawn and dusk, checking fences and offering soft words to their animals. The rhythmic sounds of clucking hens and lowing cattle filled the air, a peaceful soundtrack to the village's slow dance with nature. These simple rituals created a circle of protection, weaving together care, superstition, and the village's enduring love for its creatures. In quiet corners of the village, a soft murmur often surrounded the gentle art of divination. Elders or healers would softly interpret signs, patterns in tea leaves, shapes in candle smoke, or the flight of birds. These practices weren't about fear, but about seeking calm guidance for the days ahead. Villagers approached diviners with hope and curiosity, eager to hear gentle whispers of reassurance. Each reading was a quiet ritual, filled with soft words and patient listening. It was less about fate and more about finding comfort in the unknown, a way to feel steady amidst life's ebb and flow.
This tender practice wove together belief, tradition, and care, a softly glowing thread in the village's tapestry.
As night approaches, villagers prepare for rest with simple, soothing rituals. Mothers cradle children, lullabies while holding fragrant bundles of herbs like lavender or chamomile. Warm milk or mild teas are calming both body and mind. The quiet preparation is a shared act of love, wrapping the household in peace. The gentle scents mingle with the soft flicker of candlelight, inviting sleep's tender embrace. These rituals are small but profound, a nightly promise of safety and rest. Each family's routine might differ slightly, but all hold the same gentle goal: to ease the day's worries and welcome calm. Even in a world of careful belief, humor lightens the air. Villagers chuckle softly at tales of superstition, mishaps, a woman who accidentally hung a charm upside down, or a man who chased a shadow thinking it was a spirit. These gentle stories are shared with warm laughter, reminding all that mistakes and misunderstandings are part of the human experience. Humor softens fears, strengthens bonds, and fills quiet moments with lightness. Such stories travel between neighbors like shared smiles, a comforting reminder that life's mysteries need not be taken too seriously. Each morning and evening, villagers perform small rituals to invite good fortune into their homes. A sprinkle of salt at the threshold, a quiet word of thanks, or a fresh flower placed on the table. These gentle acts are woven into daily life. Families gather briefly to share blessings, reminding themselves of gratitude and hope. These rituals offer a steady rhythm, a grounding touch amid change and uncertainty. Though simple, they carry deep meaning, a soft invitation for peace and prosperity to linger in the home. At the heart of the village lies the tender passing of knowledge from grandparent to child, elder to youth. Around the fireside or kitchen hearth, stories and beliefs flow gently, woven with warmth and care. This sharing is a sacred act, preserving the village's gentle wisdom and comforting traditions. Children listen wide-eyed, their imaginations stirred, while elders smile softly, knowing their words become threads in a timeless tapestry. In this quiet exchange, the village breathes as one, a living story of hope, care, and connection. Before the storm of accusations swept through, the village was a place of quiet harmony. Families tended their gardens, children played beneath the gentle sun, and neighbors shared smiles along winding lanes. Life moved with the slow rhythm of the seasons, marked by simple celebrations and soft-spoken prayers. In these calm days, the villagers found comfort in community and faith. The church bell tolled gently, calling all to gather in fellowship. Stories were told, and the bonds of friendship wove a tapestry of warmth and trust. Though shadows of fear quietly lingered on the edges of thought, they were yet soft and distant, like a faint whisper on the breeze. Thoughtful, tonight as we wander these peaceful streets, let us listen for the gentle heartbeat of a village before its quiet was forever changed. Soft whispers began to ripple through the village like an unexpected breeze. Children playing innocently near the woods spoke of strange sights and sounds, shadows that moved without source, voices carried on the wind. Adults exchanged uneasy glances, unsure whether to laugh or worry. These small murmurs grew into cautious conversations held behind closed doors. Names were spoken quietly, voices lowered out of fear or respect. Yet the earliest accusations were wrapped in hesitation, a fragile balance between disbelief and unease. In this gentle unfolding, the village stood at the edge of change, caught between familiar comfort and the stirring of old fears. Fear is a slow and quiet companion. It crept softly into the village, twisting facts and memories into shadows. A cough here, a missed harvest there. Each misfortune whispered a story of dark forces at work. But misunderstanding walked hand in hand with fear. Many villagers struggled to grasp the reasons behind sudden changes, reaching for explanations in old beliefs and tales. Questions outnumbered answers, and kindness often mingled with suspicion. This delicate dance of emotion and thought shaped the village's days, coloring relationships with soft shades of caution and hope. The village held meetings beneath the open sky, or inside the church hall, places where hushed fears found a voice. Villagers gathered with cautious hearts, sharing concerns and stories, searching together for understanding. The conversations were gentle yet serious, voices low but steady. Leaders listened and guided with calm words, urging patience and faith. Though fear lingered like a thin mist, the community sought strength in unity and slow, thoughtful reflection. These meetings became a space for collective hope, a place to breathe amidst uncertainty. Even as unease grew, moments of gentle humor flickered like small candles in the dark. Children made light of strange tales, inventing playful stories that brought smiles and laughter. Adults shared quiet jokes about superstition's quirks, easing their own worries. This soft laughter was a balm, a reminder that fear need not silence joy. It wove a tender thread of light through heavy days, keeping hearts warm and spirits resilient. In these gentle moments, the village held onto hope, wrapped in kindness and shared smiles. As whispers grew louder, the village's quiet calm was replaced by solemn gatherings in the courtroom. The court was a humble wooden building, its walls holding the heavy weight of decisions that would shape lives. Villagers, neighbors, and families filled the benches, their faces marked by anxiety, curiosity, and quiet hope. The judge, dressed plainly but with calm authority, listened carefully as witnesses spoke. Accused villagers stood with bowed heads, awaiting their fate with a mixture of fear and dignity. The proceedings were slow and deliberate, a serious dance between law and compassion, truth and uncertainty. Though the subject was grave, the atmosphere was gentle. Justice was sought carefully, with room for mercy in the hearts of many. It was a space where the village grappled with its fears, but still hoped for fairness and understanding. Even amid fear and judgment, stories of compassion emerged. Small acts of kindness that softened the harshness of the trials. Family members, whispered words of comfort to the accused. Neighbors brought food and warmth, and some voices pleaded for understanding and mercy. These quiet gestures spoke volumes, reminding the village that beneath suspicion was still a shared humanity. Compassion became a gentle current, weaving through the community's tension, offering hope that even in difficult times, love and forgiveness could survive. In these tender moments, the village found a fragile peace, a soft light in the shadowed days of trial. As time passed, the village began to breathe easier. The frenzy of accusations slowed, replaced by quiet reflection and a gentle turning toward healing. Some accused were cleared, others quietly forgiven, and slowly the community's heart mended. Villagers resumed old routines, but with new wisdom, a softer understanding of fear's power and the value of kindness. The church bells once again rang with clear, hopeful tones, and families gathered under starry skies, sharing stories of endurance. The slow end of the trials was not just the closing of a chapter, but the opening of a new path toward peace, drawn gently with care and hope. Though the trials ended, gentle superstitions remained woven into village life. Herbs continued to hang in doorways, charms were quietly placed beneath pillows, and stories of spirits whispered in the wind. These beliefs were no longer fueled by fear alone, but tempered by tradition and a hopeful embrace of the unseen's mystery. Villagers found comfort in rituals, small acts that linked them to their ancestors and the earth. Superstitions softened, becoming a tender part of the village's identity, a quiet thread of connection, protection, and reverence. The village's slow journey toward healing was marked by forgiveness, a gentle, quiet strength. Neighbors reached out with open hands, words of peace replacing whispers of fear. Families reunited, and walls once built by suspicion softened. Forgiveness was not swift, but steady, a tender unfolding that mended hearts and rebuilt trust. In shared moments of kindness and understanding, the village found new roots, deep and enduring. As the sun set on this chapter of history, it also rose on a future brightened by compassion, hope, and the gentle power of healing. In the 1600s village, notions of witchcraft were closely tied to gender roles and expectations. Women, often the caregivers and healers, were both respected and viewed with suspicion. Their knowledge of herbs and midwifery gave them power, but also made them vulnerable to accusations. Villagers held gentle yet complicated views. Women were seen as nurturers, yet any behavior outside accepted norms might spark witches. Elderly women, widows, or those living alone were sometimes unfairly singled out. This delicate balance of respect and fear shaped daily life, reflecting deeper social currents beneath the village's calm surface. Understanding these roles helps us see the human stories woven into superstition, stories of strength, kindness, and sometimes misunderstanding. The village's folk remedies were gentle gifts from nature, simple but cherished. Infusions of valerian root, chamomile, and hops were prepared to ease restlessness. Softly applied poultices soothed aches, while whispered prayers accompanied each healing ritual. These remedies were crafted with love and passed from healer to apprentice with care. They offered not only physical relief, but also emotional comfort, a quiet assurance in the face of uncertainty. In the slow rhythm of village life, healing was as much about heart as body, a gentle embrace of nature's kindness. Nature was a constant companion, and weather signs held special meanings, thoughtful. Villagers watched cloud formations, wind direction, and animal behavior, reading them as gentle messages. A sudden chill might warn of storms, while the flight of certain birds could signal change. These observations guided planting, travel, and celebrations, weaving a delicate thread of wisdom into daily life. The villagers' close bond with nature was both practical and spiritual, a slow, respectful conversation with the earth and sky. Midwives and healers held vital places in village life. With tender hands and deep knowledge, they brought new life into the world and cared for the sick. Their skills were treasured, yet their power sometimes sparked quiet suspicion. These women balanced science, tradition, and gentle intuition. Their homes were havens of warmth and hope, where herbs and prayers mingled. Villagers sought their guidance with trust and respect, knowing these caretakers were guardians of life's fragile moments. Through their quiet work, midwives and healers wove strength and softness into the community's fabric. Though centuries have passed, echoes of 1600s beliefs gently linger. Modern traditions sometimes carry traces of old superstitions, herbs for healing, charms for protection, and stories that still lessons. This legacy is a soft thread connecting past and present, reminding us of humanity's enduring search for comfort and meaning. Through peaceful reflection, we see not just fear, but resilience, kindness, and the quiet power of belief. These gentle echoes invite us to honor history's lessons while embracing hope and understanding. Even in times shadowed by suspicion, stories of mercy and humor brought light to village life. Quiet acts of kindness softened harsh judgments, while gentle laughter eased heavy hearts. Villagers shared tales of forgiveness, unexpected friendships, and moments when compassion triumphed over fear. These stories, whispered from one generation to the next, became beacons of hope. They reminded the community that beneath every shadow there is light, and that humanity's gentlest qualities endure even in the darkest times. In this gentle tapestry of mercy and humor, the village found strength and peace, weaving resilience into its story. Community gatherings were more than social occasions. They were healing spaces where worries melted into shared warmth. Seasonal festivals, market days, and church events offered villagers moments to connect, support one another, and find joy amid hardship. In these gentle assemblies, music, food, and laughter mingled with quiet conversations and comforting traditions. Bonds deepened, fears eased, and hope blossomed. The collective spirit became a soft shield against uncertainty. Through these gatherings, the village found renewal, a slow, steady heartbeat of togetherness and peace. As night falls, villagers gather once more for storytelling, a ritual that comforts and connects. Around flickering fires or in cozy homes, elders share legends, gentle myths, and memories, their voices weaving warmth into the dark. These stories are soft lanterns, guiding listeners through shadowed fears toward understanding and peace. They are a gift of tradition, a whisper that says, "You are not alone." With every tale told, the village wraps itself in a comforting blanket of shared history and love. Nature's quiet presence was a steady companion to the village's healing. The gentle rustle of leaves, the scent of blooming flowers, and the soft murmur of streams offered peace to tired minds and bodies. Villagers sought solace in gardens and woods, believing in nature's power to restore balance and calm. Simple acts, touching a tree's bark, breathing in fresh air, or walking among wildflowers, were tender prayers for health. This gentle influence shaped not only remedies, but the very spirit of the community, blending earth and heart in a slow, healing dance. As the village looks toward the future, its quiet traditions live on through gentle hands and loving hearts. Elders teach children not only stories and rituals, but the strength found in kindness, patience, and hope. These lessons, passed slowly and carefully, are the village's true inheritance, a legacy of resilience woven through generations. In the soft unfolding of time, this quiet strength endures, a beacon of peace for those who listen. Tonight, as we close this chapter, may we carry forward this gentle wisdom, wrapped in the warmth of shared history. In the heart of the village lives the midwife, a woman of gentle strength and quiet knowledge. Her days are filled with soft light and tender care as she tends to expectant mothers, guiding new life into the world with calm hands and a steady heart. The villagers trust her wisdom, for she is both healer and confidant. Her cottage is a sanctuary where herbs hang drying from wooden beams and the air carries the scent of lavender and rosemary. The midwife moves slowly but purposefully, offering comfort through whispered prayers and soothing touch. Her presence is a quiet promise, a beacon of hope in times of uncertainty. Through her gentle work, she weaves the threads of life and community, nurturing not only bodies but spirits as well. Outside, the village herbalist begins her day by collecting fresh plants from the dew-kissed garden. Each leaf and flower holds a purpose: a remedy for pain, a balm for sleeplessness, a tonic for strength. Her hands move carefully as she harvests chamomile, mint, and valerian, weaving nature's gifts into healing potions. Back in her cozy workshop, the herbalist prepares tinctures and teas, her movements slow and deliberate. Villagers visit with quiet trust, seeking relief for minor ailments or restful sleep. She offers not just medicine but kindness, a gentle reassurance that healing is possible. Her knowledge, rooted in tradition and love for the earth, sustains the village's health in a delicate balance of science and spirit. Children are the village's gentle heartbeat. Curious, lively, and learning, they listen closely to stories told by elders, watch quietly as rituals unfold, and participate in small ways that weave them into the community's fabric. Their laughter mingles with soft prayers as they help gather herbs or place charms. Through these simple acts, the children inherit a legacy of care, hope, and gentle belief. In their wide eyes and open hearts, the village's past and future meet, a tender continuity wrapped in joy and learning. Throughout the year, the village comes alive with seasonal festivals, moments of joy, gratitude, and gentle celebration. Villagers prepare simple decorations, gather fresh flowers and herbs, and share food made from the earth's bounty. These festivals mark the turning of the seasons and the village's connection to nature's rhythm. Music and soft dancing fill the air, while stories and laughter weave bonds that renew the spirit. In these gatherings, the village embraces both tradition and hope, a shared heartbeat of life's gentle flow. As the days shorten and chill fills the air, the village prepares slowly for winter's rest. Thoughtful, families gather firewood, preserve herbs, and mend clothes, each task done with care and intention. The air is filled with quiet urgency, but also a comforting routine. Neighbors share warm meals and stories by the hearth, drawing close against the cold outside. These preparations are acts of love, weaving safety and warmth into the fabric of the community. In the slow approach of winter, the village finds strength in togetherness and the peaceful rhythm of readiness. As twilight descends, the village pauses for evening prayers and quiet reflection. Families gather in humble homes, voices softened as prayers rise like gentle smoke into the calm night. These moments invite peace, allowing worries to slip away with the fading light. Candles flicker softly on wooden tables, casting warm glows on thoughtful faces. The shared ritual weaves connection and comfort, reminding villagers of hope, faith, and the steady presence of community. In this gentle hush, the village breathes deeply, finding solace in tradition and in each other. As darkness deepens, a quiet night watch begins. Villagers take gentle turns walking the lanes, eyes attentive but calm. Their presence is a soft promise of safety, a protective rhythm that eases the village into sleep. The night watch is not one of fear, but of care, an embrace of community responsibility and shared peace. Lanterns cast pools of warm light, footsteps echo softly on cobblestones, and the village rests beneath a canopy of stars. This quiet vigil is a gentle lullaby, wrapping all in a sense of belonging. Beneath the vast night sky, villagers gather for stories, tales of old magic, kind spirits, and gentle lessons. The firelight dances on faces as voices weave soft enchantments, soothing hearts and inviting restful sleep. These stories hold a special magic, passed carefully from elder to child, a gift of calm wonder. The stars above seem to listen, casting a peaceful glow over the shared moments of storytelling. In the hush of night, the village's history and hopes entwine, creating a tender legacy. With dawn, the village awakens to rituals of renewal. The first light brings fresh hopes. Windows open wide to let in crisp air, herbs sprinkled on thresholds, and soft songs sung to greet the day. Families prepare simple meals with gratitude, and the rhythm of morning carries a promise of new beginnings. These gentle rituals refresh both body and spirit, anchoring the community in shared care and quiet joy. Each new day is a soft invitation to peace. As the cycle of days continues, the village holds on to its enduring peace, a peace born from kindness, tradition, and gentle belief. Challenges may come, but the community faces them with quiet strength and a soft heart. This peace is a living thread, woven through actions large and small, a prayer, a shared smile, a protective charm. It is the village's quiet legacy, a tender gift passed forward through time. And as we leave this village now, may that same gentle peace find you, wrapping you softly in calm and rest. In the gentle hum of village life, humble trades flourish quietly. Blacksmiths bend over glowing anvils, shaping tools with steady hands and focused care. Bakers tend warm ovens, filling the air with the comforting scent of fresh bread. Tailors stitch worn garments, their fingers moving slowly yet skillfully. Each trade, though simple, is vital, a thread woven through the fabric of community. Villagers depend on one another's skills, sharing trust as much as labor. The rhythm of work is steady and calm, a peaceful chorus that carries the village through its days. These artisans, with their patient craft, embody the village's gentle strength and quiet resilience. The marketplace is a gentle swirl of colors and quiet voices. Vendors display fresh vegetables, fragrant herbs, woven cloth, and simple pottery. Villagers move slowly between stalls, exchanging greetings, small smiles, and news. The market is more than trade. It is a space of connection where community bonds are strengthened with each kind word and shared story. Children tug at parents' hands, eyes wide at the array of goods and gentle bustle. Here, life's simple pleasures and daily needs mingle softly, creating a soothing tapestry of sights, sounds, and scents. Evenings find villagers gathered by hearth fires, drawn to the warmth of shared stories. Elders speak softly, weaving tales of history, mystery, and gentle lessons. Their voices rise and fall like a soft lullaby, captivating listeners of all ages. The crackle of fire and the scent of burning wood create a cozy backdrop, while faces glow with anticipation and calm delight. Storytelling is both entertainment and tradition, a way to pass time and wisdom wrapped in kindness. This quiet ritual nurtures hearts and minds, preparing all for restful sleep. Baking is a tender craft in the village, blending patience and care. Women mix dough slowly, kneading with steady hands before placing loaves in wood-fired ovens. The aroma of baking bread fills homes and streets, a soft promise of nourishment and comfort. Children peek eagerly, waiting for their share, while neighbors exchange recipes and small tips. Baking is a quiet celebration of community, a daily ritual of giving and sharing that sweetens village life. In these simple moments, the village finds joy and connection, a gentle rhythm of warmth and care. As day turns to dusk, villagers perform evening chores with calm diligence. Feeding animals, securing doors, and tending fires become moments of quiet reflection. The setting sun casts soft shadows, bathing the village in golden light. These tasks, though simple, mark the close of another day and the promise of rest. In the gentle rhythm of work and pause, villagers find balance, a peaceful connection to the earth and to one another. Even as night falls, the village breathes softly, wrapped in the tender glow of routine and care. As the sun dips below the horizon, families gather around simple wooden tables for their evening meal. The air fills with the gentle clinking of pottery and soft conversation, a comforting soundtrack to the day's close. Dishes of hearty stew, fresh bread, and garden vegetables nourish both body and soul. Meals are more than sustenance, they are moments of connection. Parents share stories of the day, children listen wide-eyed, and neighbors often join in, blending voices in quiet laughter and gentle chatter. This ritual of shared food fosters warmth, belonging, and gratitude, a peaceful pause before night's embrace. Through these humble dinners, the village nurtures its spirit, weaving community and calm into every bite. Before retiring, villagers perform the gentle ritual of securing their homes. Windows are closed carefully, shutters latched and doors bolted with slow, deliberate movements. This act is both practical and symbolic, a quiet shield against the dark and unknown. Families pause to exchange soft goodnights, the closing of doors marking a safe boundary for rest. This nightly routine brings a reassuring rhythm to life, a tender promise of protection through the hours of sleep. In these small actions, the village holds itself gently, wrapped in the calm embrace of home. Music flows softly through the village, a gentle thread weaving hearts together. Simple instruments, flutes, drums, and fiddles fill the air with soothing melodies during gatherings and quiet moments alike. Villagers sing gentle songs, their voices rising and falling like a lullaby. Music offers comfort, joy, and a shared language beyond words. It carries stories old and new, soothing restless minds and inviting peaceful sleep. In every note, the village finds harmony, a tender expression of community and calm. Some villagers take quiet, nighttime walks beneath the star-studded sky. The air is cool and fresh, carrying the soft sounds of crickets and rustling leaves. Eyes lift upward, tracing constellations that have guided generations before. These walks are moments of calm reflection, a gentle communion with nature and the cosmos. Conversations are whispering whispers, footsteps light and hearts quiet. The stars offer comfort and wonder, a soft light in the dark. In this serene solitude, the village's bond with the universe feels deep and lasting. As the village prepares to rest, homes fill with soft murmurs and gentle goodnights. Beds are made with care. Straw mattresses, covered by woven blankets, pillows scented with lavender. Doors close softly and candles burn low, their flames dancing in quiet rooms. Sleep is welcomed as a gift, a time to heal and dream. The village slips into silence, wrapped in a tender embrace of calm and safety. Night enfolds the community like a gentle lullaby, carrying all toward peaceful dreams and restful hearts. With this quiet closing, the day's journey ends, and the promise of a new dawn gently awaits. With the first light of dawn, the village stirs quietly to life. The soft murmur of morning chores fills the air, women drawing water from wells, men tending animals, and children gathering eggs from the henhouse. Each movement is slow and deliberate, a gentle rhythm that sets the tone for the day. Birdsong accompanies these early tasks, weaving nature's melody through the crisp air. The scent of damp earth and fresh herbs rises softly as gardens awaken under the soft glow of morning. In these simple acts, the village finds peace and purpose, wrapped in the gentle embrace of routine. Today, like every day, begins with hope, kindness, and the steady beat of community. In the quiet of a sunlit cottage, the village healer prepares herbal remedies to soothe and support. Leaves are crushed gently, flowers steeped in warm water, and small vials filled with tinctures. Each remedy is crafted with patience and care, a quiet act of love for the community. Villagers visit in soft procession, seeking cures for aches, restless nights, or lingering worries. The healer's calm presence and steady hands bring comfort beyond the herbs, an assurance that no one faces hardship alone. Through these gentle preparations, healing becomes a shared journey, rooted in nature and nurtured by kindness. Within a humble schoolhouse, the village children gather for quiet lessons. A patient teacher guides them gently through reading, writing, and numbers. The sound of bests practicing letters and counting fills the room, blending with the occasional scutes of quills on parchment. Learning is slow and deliberate, a treasured chance to grow and explore. Children sit attentively, their eyes bright with curiosity and wonder. The teachers and calm voice create a nurturing space where knowledge blossoms gently. In this simple classroom, the seeds of the future are planted with care and hope. As autumn leaves fall, the village gathers to celebrate the harvest, a time of gratitude and gentle joy. Baskets brim with golden apples, squash, and fresh bread. Tables are laid with simple feasts, shared among friends and neighbors. Music and laughter fill the air, as villagers dance softly and share stories of the season's blessings. Children weave wreaths of dried flowers, while elders offer quiet thanks for the earth's generosity. This celebration is a tender reminder of community strength, resilience, and the sweet cycle of giving and receiving. As darkness falls, families gather close to crackling fires, sharing stories both old and new. The firelight flickers softly, casting dancing shadows on walls lined with simple tapestries and herbs. Elders recount tales of ancestors and village legends, their voices low and soothing. Children listen wide-eyed, comforted by the warmth of home and the familiar cadence of stories passed through generations. This quiet ritual strengthens bonds, wrapping the village in a cozy blanket of history, love, and gentle wonder. As evening deepens, villagers light candles in their homes, a quiet ritual marking the close of the day. The soft glow casts gentle shadows on wooden walls and humble furnishings, inviting calm and reflection. Candles are placed carefully on windowsills and tables, their flickering flames a tender promise of warmth and safety through the night. This simple act is both practical and symbolic, a daily offering of light in darkness. Families gather nearby, sharing soft words or moments of silence. The steady candlelight becomes a comforting companion, wrapping the village in a gentle embrace as sleep draws near. Night in the village is filled with gentle sounds, the rustle of leaves, the distant call of an owl, the soft murmur of a nighttime breeze. These whispers of nature mingle with the quiet breathing of homes settling into rest. Villagers listen closely, finding comfort in familiar noises that remind them they are part of a living world. Even the smallest sounds carry a gentle rhythm, a lullaby sung by earth and sky. In this peaceful soundscape, the village drifts softly toward dreams, wrapped in the tender hum of night. Though the village sleeps, a few keep gentle watch, soft footsteps patrolling lanes with lanterns held low. Their vigilance is quiet and calm, a protective circle woven through the dark hours. These night watchers carry not fear but care, their presence a soothing promise of safety. Their slow, measured pace echoes through empty streets, a quiet heartbeat that holds the village close. This tender vigilance is an unspoken gift, an embrace of community love and shared peace. In homes throughout the village, beds are prepared with gentle hands and loving care. Straw mattresses are fluffed, blankets spread just so, and small sachets of herbs placed near pillows. Lavender for peace, rosemary for protection. These preparations are quiet rituals, wrapping each sleeper in a cocoon of comfort and tradition. The scent of dried herbs mingles with the soft rustle of linens, filling rooms with calm and warmth. As night deepens, the village settles into rest, embraced by centuries-old care and whispered blessing. The village now rests beneath a velvet sky, wrapped in the gentle hush of nightfall. Soft breezes carry the scent of herbs and earth, while stars sprinkle silver light across rooftops and fields. Every home glows softly, every heart slows into peaceful rhythm. The day's stories and rituals settle into dreams, carrying the village into a night of quiet healing. As the village sleeps, it offers us a moment of calm, a gentle invitation to rest, reflect, and find peace within ourselves. In the heart of the village, ancient trees stand as silent witnesses to generations past. These sacred trees, with their gnarled branches and deep roots, are woven into the fabric of local stories and gentle superstitions. Villagers believe they hold protective spirits, guardians who watch over the land and its people. Children listen wide-eyed as elders recount tales of these mighty trees, teaching respect and reverence. Families gather nearby during festivals, placing offerings of flowers and herbs at their base, seeking blessings for health and peace. These trees are more than nature's gifts. They are living symbols of continuity, strength, and the gentle pulse of life itself. With the bounty of the harvest gathered, villagers come together to offer gentle blessings. The harvest is a time of gratitude, a soft acknowledgement of nature's generosity and the community's shared labor. Families bring fruits, vegetables, and grains to the village square, where prayers and quiet songs are offered. These blessings are not grand spectacles, but intimate moments. Whispers of thanks carried on the wind, hands touching earth with tenderness. Through this ritual, the village reconnects with the cycles of the earth, weaving gratitude into the very soil beneath their feet. As dusk settles, villagers gather in common spaces to share stories and reflections. Fires are lit, and the soft murmur of voices blends with crackling wood and evening breezes. These gatherings offer comfort, a shared space to express hopes, fears and joys. The stories told carry gentle lessons, weaving the past with the present and nurturing a deep sense of belonging. In these quiet moments, the village's spirit glows warmly, bound by the threads of community and care. When illness whispers through the village, gentle rituals arise to offer comfort and protection. Herbs like sage and rosemary are burned, their smoke believed to cleanse and soothe. Families gather quietly to sing soft songs and share prayers for healing. These acts are tender expressions of care, a gentle embrace against fear and uncertainty. Though simple, they carry profound meaning, weaving hope into the fabric of everyday life. In these soft rituals, the village finds strength, not just in cures, but in love and togetherness. As the days grow shorter and chill touches the air, the village moves steadily to prepare for winter's quiet rest. Firewood is stacked carefully, homes are sealed against cold drafts, and stores of food are tended with care. Though the work is steady and serious, it carries a peaceful rhythm, a dance of preparation and protection. Families share moments of warmth and laughter amid the bustle, strengthening bonds as the world outside grows still. In this shared effort, the village embraces the changing season with calm hearts and gentle resilience. As the cold deepens, villagers gather around hearth fires, seeking warmth and companionship. The crackling flames provide a comforting backdrop for quiet conversations, sharing news, hopes, and reflections on the changing year. These intimate moments foster connection, easing worries with gentle words and attentive ears. The hearth becomes a symbol of safety and togetherness, a place where stories unfold and hearts soften. In the glow of the firelight, the village's spirit shines bright, wrapped in the tender embrace of friendship and calm. Before sleep, families kneel in soft prayer, words whispered into the hush of night. These prayers are gentle petitions for protection, health, and peaceful rest, drawing strength from faith and tradition. The village's night prayers weave a calming thread through homes, knitting individuals into a united whole. The quiet voices offer reassurance, a soft reminder that even in darkness, hope endures. Through these nightly rituals, the community holds itself tenderly, inviting peace and gentle dreams. In early spring, the village gathers to bless the fields, an ancient rite of hope and renewal. Elders lead soft prayers as hands scatter seeds, while the community watches with quiet anticipation. This ritual honors the earth's power and promises growth, weaving faith into the soil itself. It is a tender act of trust and gratitude, grounding the village in nature's cycles. Through this blessing, the village plants not just crops, but seeds of peace and resilience. Amidst challenges, the village finds simple joys in the bloom of spring flowers, the laughter of children, and the gentle rhythms of daily life. These moments sparkle softly, a reminder that peace and happiness often reside in the quiet and ordinary. Villagers gather to share bread, tell stories, and celebrate small victories. These gentle pleasures strengthen hearts and weave a fabric of contentment. In this slow unfolding of life, joy blooms like wildflowers, soft, natural, and enduring. As the day draws to a close, families gather to share gratitude for the earth's gifts, for health, and for one another. These quiet moments of thanks are soft prayers carried into the night, grounding the village in peace and hope. Expressions soften, voices lower, and hearts open. In gratitude, the village finds strength, a gentle foundation for tomorrow's dawn. Tonight, may we all carry this calm and kindness with us, wrapped in the gentle glow of thankfulness. The first light of dawn gently spills over the village rooftops, awakening homes with soft hues of gold and pink. Villagers rise slowly, embracing the quiet calm of morning. Doors open to fresh air, windows are unlatched to let the crisp breeze in, and the scent of dew-kissed herbs fills the air. Families gather to share gentle greetings, preparing simple breakfasts that warm both body and spirit. Each act, whether drawing water, tending the hearth, or gathering fresh herbs, is a quiet promise to embrace the new day with care and hope. This tender rhythm of morning renewal roots the village in peace and connection. Shared meals are the heartbeats of village life, moments where nourishment and community intertwine. Long wooden tables fill with bowls of hearty stew, fresh bread and fragrant herbs. Conversations flow softly, laughter mingling with the clink of pottery. Families and neighbors come together, strengthening bonds with every bite and story shared. These meals are more than sustenance, they are rituals of belonging, gratitude, and quiet joy. In the warmth of these gatherings, the village's spirit glows bright, wrapped in kindness and connection. In the village schoolhouse, learning unfolds with gentle patience. The teacher guides children through letters, numbers, and stories, nurturing curious minds with kindness and calm. The room fills with soft sounds, the scratching of quills, the turning of pages, and quiet voices repeating lessons. Children listen attentively, their eyes bright with wonder and eagerness. This simple place of learning nurtures more than knowledge. It cultivates community, hope, and the promise of tomorrow. Seasonal festivals are cherished moments of celebration and reflection. Villagers gather to honor the changing year with music, dance, and simple feasts. Flowers, ribbons, and herbs decorate homes and public spaces, brightening the earth with color and life. These festivals deepen the community's bond with nature and one another, marking time with gratitude and joy. They are gentle reminders of life's rhythms: birth, growth, rest, and renewal. In these shared moments, the village finds a soft, steady heartbeat of peace and belonging. As daylight fades, the village slows into evening calm. Families perform nightly rituals, closing windows, lighting candles, and settling into quiet moments of connection. Beds are made with care, herbs placed nearby to invite peaceful sleep. Soft prayers and whispered goodnights fill the air, wrapping homes in gentle warmth. This closing of the day is a tender embrace, a promise of rest and renewal beneath the watchful stars. As darkness deepens, families gather close to the hearth, the soft glow of firelight flickering warmly against wooden walls. Elders share stories filled with gentle lessons and whispered histories, their voices weaving a comforting tapestry that soothes restless minds. Children listen with wide eyes, wrapped in blankets and the calm embrace of shared tales. The crackle of burning wood mingles with soft laughter and quiet gasps, creating an atmosphere where imagination dances lightly on the edges of reality. These moments nurture a deep sense of connection and belonging, reminding all that they are part of a larger story, a community bound by love and tradition. In the hearth's gentle light, worries melt away, replaced by a tender calm that invites peaceful sleep. As the village settles for sleep, households perform the tender ritual of closing windows and securing doors. These quiet acts offer a sense of safety and completion, a gentle boundary between the day's bustle and night's rest. Families move softly through dimly lit rooms, exchanging good nights and soft smiles. The creak of shutters and the click of wooden bolts echo gently in the stillness. Each home becomes a sanctuary, cocooned in the protective hush of night. This nightly routine, simple yet profound, wraps the village in a blanket of peace and security. A few villagers take quiet turns, keeping watch under the starry sky, their footsteps soft on cobblestone paths. Holding lanterns that cast warm pools of light, they move slowly through the village, a calming presence that ensures safety without disturbing the night's peace. Their watch is not born of fear but of care, a loving guardianship woven into community life. As the village sleeps, these gentle sentinels offer comfort, their steady rhythm a quiet heartbeat beneath the hush of darkness. This shared vigilance embodies the village's spirit of kindness and solidarity. Inside each home, beds are prepared with tender care. Straw mattresses are fluffed, woolen blankets spread just so, and small sachets of lavender and chamomile tucked near pillows. The soothing scents mingle softly in the cool night air. Parents gently tuck children into bed, soft goodnights and wishes for sweet dreams. The quiet rustle of linens and the fading glow of candlelight create a lullaby of comfort and safety. Sleep is welcomed as a gentle friend, a time of healing and rest for body and spirit. The village now rests quietly beneath a canopy of twinkling stars. Soft moonlight bathes rooftops and gardens, casting silver shadows and a peaceful glow. Inside, the gentle breathing of sleeping families fills the night with calm. This serene scene is a testament to enduring peace, a community wrapped in warmth, tradition, and the gentle rhythms of life. The stories, rituals, and care of generations cradle the village as it sleeps, inviting renewal with the coming dawn. As we leave this tranquil place, may the same calmness and gentle rest fill your heart tonight.